If you're looking to replace the roof over a flat section of your home or building, you should know the types of flat roofing materials available to you. In this video, you'll learn about the different kinds of membrane roofs, built-up roofs, and standing seam metal flat roofs. EPDM is a black rubber material that's made out of an oil mixture that's applied to a roof using a bonding adhesive. This kind of roof is most commonly used on commercial buildings where reflection could be an issue. EPDM is a black colored substance, while the other membrane roofs on this list are white and reflect a lot of light, creating an intense glare. For buildings like hospitals, where it's pretty important for helicopter pilots to see where they're landing, an EPDM roof is going to be the choice over some other options. Another big positive for EPDM is its longevity, as they can last significantly longer than some other flat roof membranes, even getting up past the 30-year mark. TPO and PVC membranes are pretty similar to each other as far as their use, so we'll talk about them in the same section here. Both are single ply and have a white reflective coating on top. Now that coating is pretty important for keeping heat out of the area directly below the roof, which could help you save significantly on air conditioning costs in hot summer months. It does, however, start to show dirt pretty easily, so it might not be something that you want to look at super often. Both of those materials are pretty durable, as PVC can last up to 30 to 40 years when installed properly. That being said, PVC has been around a lot longer than TPO has, so it's a little bit harder to get a good average of how long TPO roofs will last. Yet another rolled membrane roofing system, modified bitumen roofs are primarily made of asphalt. Their construction resembles that of 3-tab asphalt shingles, but in a more flexible form, and they have an additional waterproof coating applied. This kind of material has a self-adhesive on the bottom and no seams, making it significantly easier to install than other materials that we've been talking about. Modified bitumen roofs, like asphalt shingles, come in multiple different colors, so it's much easier to match them to your building's color scheme than other flat roofing types that only come in white or black. Because of those reasons, this material is pretty popular for homeowners to use on a flat section of their home's roof. However, they don't have as long of a lifespan as the other materials on this list, usually needing around 15 years before getting a replacement. The built-up roofing technique has been around on flat roofs for a long time. Essentially, it involves putting down a layer of asphalt, covering that with some boards or other material, and then some gravel and other small rocks before sealing it with more asphalt. This method is incredibly durable against storm damage, so it doesn't face much wear from wind, rain, hail, or other flying debris. They also provide a much safer space to work on than others, as membrane roofs can get very slick, while walking on a built-up roof is much more like walking on a gravel road. As for the negative, it can be pretty difficult to track down a roof leak on it, and the weight associated with a built-up roof is a big reason why they're not used so much today. All of the layers of asphalt and rock add up pretty quickly, and if the building isn't strong enough to hold it, you'll be having far worse problems than a leaky roof. Standing seam metal roofs are more commonly seen on steep slope homes, but they can also be used on flat and low slope roofs, as they don't really have any clear leak points. Standing seam metal roofs are comprised of several panels that lock together at the seams, which are the ridges that you can see in the roof. That process allows for the panels to expand and contract as the metal heats and cools. This kind of flat roof will be significantly more expensive than the others that we've mentioned here, and is much more difficult to install, but it should last around 50 years in good conditions and won't require too much maintenance during that time. Now that you've learned some of the different materials available for flat roofs, I hope you're starting to feel more confident in taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.